Hello everyone and welcome to another character creation in Dogma 2 Character Creator. I was asked by someone to make Sephiroth and I did the best I could. He doesn't look too scuffed. The thing with Final Fantasy characters is they tend not to look that great when you go into like a more realistic kind of character creator, but I think it's a decent enough job that I'm willing to put it up. It certainly doesn't look exactly like Sephiroth, but I don't completely hate it. So let's jump into it. For the head, we're using base head number 2. And for the skin, we are using number 3 for the base skin with skin color set to 5, wrinkles set to 47, and the skin sheen set to 44. For the body, we are looking at a height of 199, a torso length of 1. We're looking at muscle strength 11, style 11. Muscle strength is at 83. The trap size I have set to 58. Upper mass is 14. Lower mass, negative 42. Upper body size is at minus 92 and lower body size is at minus 14. For his head, we have a head size of 3, a head length of 14, a head width of minus 15, a head depth of 20, a face height of minus 79, a neck length of 58, and a neck thickness of minus 66. For the upper body, I have a shoulder width of 4, a shoulder size of minus 48, a chest thickness of minus 60, a chest size of 31, a torso width of minus 19, a torso depth of minus 54, a arm length of minus 60, arm size 34, upper arm thickness 22, and forearm thickness 37. Jumping into the lower body, waist width minus 100, waist size minus 6, rear size minus 27, leg size at 8, thighs at 6, and the calves at 51. For his posture, I gave him a movement style of, actually this isn't what I had set, that got reset, a movement style around minus 70, elbow angle of minus 31, a knee angle of 22, and a posture of 26. Let's jump into the face settings. All right, for his brow, we're looking at negative 97 for brow height, a brow spacing of 52. Brow depth minus 39, brow depth inner is minus 49, and the outer is minus 53. For the angle, we're at minus 100, and for the bend, we're at 16. For his eyes, we're looking at an eye height of 64, an eye width of 61, an eye depth of minus 20, an eye size of 100, an eye angle of minus 100, and then we've got about 32 squints set to each eye. For the nose, we're looking at a nose length of 100, a bridge width of 20, a bridge height of minus 1. Bridge bump overall is 0, minus 11 for the upper, minus 70 for the lower. The nostril size I have set to minus 10. The nostril height I have set to 20. The width 22. The tip depth is 0 and the tip angle at minus 1 with a tip sharpness of 20. For his ears, we're looking at a size of 0, and actually now that I'm looking at it, I never touched the ears. Let's do this live. I think these can come up in size. I don't mind the angle. And yeah, I think that's okay right there. So size 57, angle minus 9, openness of 63. If you don't want them showing quite as much, you can change this around, but I think 63 looks nice. A tilt of 1, and tips and lobes are at 0. Actually, doesn't he have more pointy ears? I can't remember. If he has more pointy ears, you can just go to the tips and just add a little more point in there. For his cheeks, we are at minus 6 on the thickness. For bulge, minus 31. Neck fat, 1. Cheek height, 100. Cheek width, minus 56. And cheek depth, we're at 49. For the mouth, we are at a height of minus 19. A width of 34. A protrusion of minus 6. Corners are at 72 to give him that classic smirk he's always got. Lip thickness is at minus 5, and the lower lip position is at minus 100. You could change this around a little bit. You could bring that out a little bit, actually. I don't think minus 100 is quite right. But anyways, yeah, go ahead and play around with that if you want. For his jaw and chin, we're at minus 17 for definition. Width is at 7. Position is at 100. Protrusion is at -5. Chin height is at -91. Chin width is at -50. Protrusion is at 82. And the sharpness is at 47. Let's jump over to the hair. Now, obviously, Sephiroth does not have hair that looks like this. This was the biggest challenge of getting him to nail right. Instincts tell you to come to do this one, but I mean, it doesn't quite translate that well, does it? So you could start looking at getting, maybe you go for his shorter hair. I think in his younger years, he had shorter hair. You can play with some of these other ones if you want. But yeah, scrolling through and looking at them all, unfortunately, I think the best we can do, personally, I think is a 44, which doesn't look terrible, but obviously this isn't Sephiroth's signature look. I think another one that was up here somewhere is you could take his long hair and maybe it's all in a ponytail, right? So maybe he's just got the singular tail. This doesn't look half bad either. However, you do lose, he's always got some sort of signature bang coming over the front of his face, which is why I opted for this one. So feel free to go with whatever way you want on that one. For the root color, I went with 16, and the tip color, I went with 14. I never like going with just a pure flat color, so I always try to go with a blend. The blend is set to 70, sheen position 86, and sheen is at 12. For his eyebrows, we're at a number 3 with a color of 15 and a thickness of 77. No facial hair, no body hair. For his eyes, we've got 168 for his primary, 191 for his secondary, 290 for his tertiary. I set the iris size to -24 and the pupil size to -70. Now, obviously, he's got more of a cat-eyed look. We can't quite get that, but to help kind of emulate the size of the color in his eyes, we can just lower down the pupil size to help get closer to that look. Eyelashes I left at as they came, so they're at 1, 1, 1, 0, 37, 18. I think he's actually got probably a little bit more eyelash going on, so you could probably raise the density up on this, raise the length out a little bit. I think they gave him actually quite dense eyebrows. Now, eyeshadow. This is pretty necessary, I think, to kind of help nail the look here. So you'll see without it, this is what we have. Eyeshadow here helps kind of give that darkened look around his eyes. So we're going with the number 2. I have 49 for color 1, 29 for color 2, intensity of 20, coverage of 100, opacity is set to 64, and the sheen is set to 51. Eyeliner we have set to number 8. I'll show you without it so you can see this is what he would look like without the eyeliner. Obviously, that's not quite nailing the Sephiroth signature look. He's got very dark looking eyes. So he's got a number 8 with eyeline color of 1. Coverage of 57, opacity 100, metallic 0, sheen 40. No freckles, no cheeks, his lips. Now, I'll show you without this. This is what his lips would look like if you want to just leave them like that. It seems like there's a variation of different things online. Some he had a kind of darker lips, some he had kind of a lighter pink lip. So for this one, I went with a lip color of 109. I set the spread to 100, the opacity of 36, and the lip sheen to 46. I just thought personally this lip color isn't really complementing how the rest of his face is looking. I think this one just blends in with the coloration better, so I opted for that. His teeth are normal, and that's all we've got. Yeah, this one was a bit of a challenge. Obviously, it's not quite Sephiroth in its wholeness, but in terms of translating him to a more realistic look, I think it kind of fits in with the Dragon's Dogma style now. So yeah, what do you guys think? Is this close enough to Sephiroth? Is this totally scuffed? Let me know. If there's anybody else you guys want to see made, let me know in the comments down below. I've got a number of creations already on my channel, and I'm always down for making more. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I'm out. I'll catch you guys in another episode. Deuces.